Jeff Link of Keller Williams Professionals Asheville is proud to present the Asheville Real Estate Podcast. Happy holidays and welcome to the December edition of our podcast. I'm your host, Joe Leininger. We have a great show in store for you this month. Are you concerned about buying or selling real estate in the midst of the upcoming holidays? If so, we've got insights and strategies for you to be successful even in the height of the holiday frenzy. We'll tell you what you need to know, and we'll also discuss our local market activity. So stay with us. It's all coming up next. We're here today with Jeff Link of Keller Williams Professionals Asheville. Thanks for joining us today, Jeff. Tell us what's going on right now in the Asheville real estate market.
Thanks, Joe. 604 homes were sold in November, with the average days on the market being 86 days. The average selling price is $272,303. The median selling price is $215,000, with the average list price at $275,864, and the median list price of $225,000.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. For national perspective today, we're also joined by Terry Murphy, real estate author and CIO of U.S. Learning in Memphis, Tennessee. Terry, because you're a regular contributor to both mortgage and real estate magazines, we've asked you on the program to discuss what trends you're seeing nationally. Terry?
Hi, Joe. We're finally approaching the end of another great year for the real estate market, and it's still going great. Despite the housing doom reports, many areas of the country have slowed a bit compared to the craziness of the early spring market. But traditionally, that's the case anyway. Typically, the buying and selling activity for December can be all over the board. Now, historically, only the serious buyers and sellers will be looking at properties this late in the calendar year. Unless there's a tax reason to close before the end of the year, many buyers, especially transferees, will choose to close after the first of the year. And, Joe, one of the main concerns from any seller today is how to maximize their exposure during the holidays and how to make the appeal of the property really strong. Making properties available for buyer inspection in the midst of holiday festivities presents a problem for sellers, especially when it comes to having their home show at the last minute or when they have a house full of guests and relatives. Buyers will require a little extra help on seeing through the decorating glitter to get a real accurate assessment of the property. They also need to be sensitive to having a little flexibility on the time frames to actually view properties. This month's podcast is devoted to help buyers and sellers buying and selling during the winter months, as well as surviving the interruption market that happens during the holidays at the year end.
Thanks, Terry. You know, the holidays are such a wonderful time of year, but sometimes weather and other issues can affect the pace of our market and the overall activity in general. It's a unique time for buyers and sellers. Jeff, how do you advise your clients?
Joe, it's true that the end of the year presents special challenges with the extra pressure of the holidays and holiday vacations. But even with these challenges, there are great opportunities out there. Buyers still have to buy, sellers still have to sell. And we people can really get ahead during this time of year by being a little flexible. People need to buy homes regardless of the season. It is most likely the buyers that view properties during the holiday season are serious and need to make a decision within a specific time frame. So we want to help our sellers minimize the hassle but maximize selling opportunities. We need to take every opportunity to help our sellers and maximize marketing time even during the holidays, so we must be prudent about showings, showing conditions, staging, and accessibility.
Well, let me ask, what practical advice can you share with sellers during this holiday season?
The first sounds obvious, but sellers need to be as flexible as their personal schedule will permit to allow last-minute showings. It may be extremely inconvenient to have buyers visit at unpredictable times, but limiting the time buyers can view the home may force them to look at the competition instead. Secondly, sellers should do what they can to make their homes comfortable without being overwhelming. Nice fragrances, tasteful decorations, and simple decor can really make a home stand out, but overdoing decorations and cluttering the home can distract a buyer. By keeping things simple this holiday season, sellers keep the buyer focused on what's important. And finally, be sure your property is competitively priced and adjusted to the year-end market. Some sellers are still holding on to the more active market statistics of even 30, 45 days previously. Year-end markets are more level, and sellers need to be aware of the most recent market activity to put their property in a competitive pricing range. Buyers would be smart to take advantage of this opportunity with so many good deals on the market today.
Terry, can you think of any other advice we can share with our listeners today?
You know, Joe, simply it's important for sellers to enjoy their holiday. But they should minimize those extra decorations, which make it tougher for a buyer to get the real feel of a property. And the same goes for any showing at any time. Make sure you can get access to that property at reasonable time. Be sure it's in top condition so it shows well. It's also great to be clear on what personal items will be included or excluded from the sale. If a buyer wants to write a purchase agreement right in the middle of a holiday, having a quantified list available will help the contract sale flow more easily, and everybody will have a great holiday.
That's great advice, Terry. Thanks. Jeff, do you have anything to add?
I just want to echo what Terry said and remind listeners that there are a lot of great opportunities out there right now. Be flexible, and you'll find that the holiday season can be one of the best home shopping seasons of the year.
Well, thank you both for your time today. This was a great program. I look forward to doing this again next month.
You're welcome, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. I'm looking forward to next month.
For more information on our show or for information on the Asheville real estate market, contact Jeff Link of Keller Williams Professionals, Asheville. You can reach Jeff at 828-279-6585. You can also find Jeff online at www.jefflink.org. Until next time, thank you for listening to the Asheville Real Estate Podcast.